internet. Oh, you know you got Jupiter at night. Oh, baby, you wanna check it out. Jupiter at night.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Jupiter at Night. My name is Chris.
I'm Alan.
I'm John.
Hey there, guys.
Hey.
Welcome back to Jupiter at Night to the both of you.
Thank you.
Now, tonight, we're covering Celebrity Meltdown, some of our favorites. Nothing in particular.
They're always fun. I don't care.
And we're in the midst of one right now. And we're just going to have some lighthearted humor at the expense of the celebrities. They are public figures, after all. Everybody's human.
You're right.
And a lot of times they do it to themselves, and it's awesome to watch. It is so much fun because they have the money and the resources just to do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. I
When
mean,
normal people melt down, it's like, oh,
when
poor,
I have a
poor
bad
guy.
when I have a bad day, I don't get 1.4 million Twitter followers.
Oh no.
No. And
No, he's having a great
he's
day.
having a great
He's winning.
day.
He's
Yeah,
winning.
yeah.
He's totally winning.
It'd be so much fun to be Charlie Sheen right now.
Now, I have to be honest. I'm going to be just the beginning because we're going to have a fun show here. So
Right.
just prepare yourself for this. I'm going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer up front.
Oh,
Because I'm
great.
having myself a bit of a mini meltdown right
Oh, yeah.
now.
Why?
Well, I see you haven't heard yet, but I'm going to tell you. So,
Rerun news for me.
yeah, I know. I already told you.
You don't have to pay attention.
Yesterday, before we went live on Jupiter at Night, I found out that I am losing my job, which sucks. And I also found out that I have contract work on the side, which is possibly not panning out. So I'm sort of left in a lurch. Now, that happens, and that's just what happens in this economy. That's nothing too new there. But what I've decided to do is I'm going to at least spend the first 30 days of my now unemployment working full-time for Jupiter Broadcasting, hopefully. I'm going to try to find jobs because I have to as a responsible husband for my wife and family. But I would like to be able to focus 100% of my attention on Jupiter Broadcasting. You know, Jupiter Broadcasting itself has been around since 2008. Our shows have been around in one form or another since 2006, right? Isn't that when we did
awesome.
casting?
Yeah, might have been even earlier.
Yeah, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And really, it's always just been a part-time thing for me. And I'm always extremely proud of everything that the whole team has gotten done just as our part-time jobs.
With exceptions.
Well, but you have other responsibilities. It's exactly what the situation we're in.
Basically, we're proud of you for what you've done.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. And I want to try to see what we can do with full-time focus. And I don't know if it's possible. And obviously, it takes time to line up sponsors and things like that. And that's an avenue I'm going to pursue. It's something we've done in the past. It just takes a while to find the right connections and things like that. So that's my first point. If you're a company out there that wants to sponsor, we have an advertising page. You can find out more information over jupiterbroadcasting.com. I'd love to talk to you. Maybe we could get you in on some of our shows. We have a wide audience and a bunch of great people that watch. I'd also like to make a plea. If you've considered contributing to Jupiter Broadcasting yourself, I'm changing the donation structure. If you go over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/donate, I have a bit of a description up there of what's going on. And I'm going to try to see if we can generate revenue in the first 30 days just through contributions of the community to pay my salary. It's probably not realistic, but if it could happen,
Every little bit helps.
it would be fantastic because it would mean we wouldn't have to answer to any particular sponsor. There's no creative control that happens.
So many more shows.
Yeah. And they could be the shows the audience wants because the audience is the one that's sponsoring in a sense or investing in a way too.
Exactly.
Really though, if you've gotten value out of our shows and you might be up for doing that, check out jupiterbroadcasting.com/donate. I have some information on there. And I'm doing a couple of things right now that are this is all experiment, and this is we don't know if this is going to work yet, and my wife and I are nervous, but we're hoping that maybe this is a possibility. And if you'll notice, I have up a temporary donation system as we pilot this. If you go over there, you can specify the donation amount you'd like to make. And what would really make this work, what would make this be a possibility, is if people are able to contribute monthly. And right now, because this is all an experiment and I don't want to lock anybody into anything, there's a multiplier that has 0 in there. You need to change that to the amount of months that you want to contribute. So I would ask that you do a dollar amount that you're comfortable with and a duration that you're comfortable with on a reoccurring basis, so that way I can get some sort of projection of possible income. And put a couple of months in there if you're not sure it's a good idea. And at the end of after the end of that multiplier you put in there, it won't auto renew. It'll stop, and then you can choose if it's been worth your money. And I'm launching this now because, well, I just lost my job now, and this is all kind of new. I just kind of came up with this before the show came on. But it's the 3rd of March. And so my intention is by the 31st of March to come on Jupiter Night on Thursday night and announce how it's going. And I'll keep everyone updated and posted. To enhance that, I've also added the ability to, you can request to have acknowledgement of your contribution. And that donation page will keep a running list of everyone who's contributed to the network. And we're going to find a way to thank those people. Maybe just through featuring them or giving them credits, like a producer credit or something like that.
I can do a sexy dance.
A sexy dance from Alan.
Autographs, that would be easy.
So if you could help me, that would be great, because I don't want to have a celebrity meltdown on Twitter.
Right.
But until I have that celebrity meltdown, why don't we talk about some of these other guys?
He will do it for money, too.
Yeah.
He will have a
If you guys
meltdown for
give him
money.
enough money, he'll still have a meltdown.
Well, and
Like, he can
also,
do that.
one last thing before we move on. When you contribute, there's a checkbox now where you can leave a message of up to 199 characters. And I would encourage you, if there's something you want us to do, something you want us to consider, something you want us to look at, those kinds of comments are obviously going to get very high priority for me because you're my boss with this system. That's why I think it could work really well if it does work out, because the audience becomes the boss of the network, so you're going to get exactly what you want. There's not going to be another party pushing content in a certain direction. May or may not work, and we're always open to advertisers. But if you'd be willing to give it a try, I think it'd be great. And maybe we could make something really awesome happen if I can do this full time.
And even if it's like $1 a month, that helps. That makes a difference.
Do as much as you're comfortable with. But let's talk about Charlie Sheen's meltdown, because it's a little more dramatic than my meltdown. Although I didn't get my face
Chris.
on an Oscar. But he is winning.
See, you can't afford his kind of meltdown.
That's exactly it. I'm sure I would have a meltdown like that if I could.
And see, I don't even call that a meltdown. He's just going and having a great time.
He is having a wonderful time, but it is so a meltdown. He is in such a high manic place that you gotta kind of almost envy, like
I have respect.
like how good he feels about himself.
This dude,
awesome.
This guy has got to be rolling. He was making $3 million an episode. Okay,
something like that. Yeah,
I think that's what it was, and he wanted more.
Yeah,
and
why
then,
not? It's expensive to keep up those habits, man.
It is expensive to keep up those habits for sure. He went in and out of rehab, but it's interesting because sometimes when you're watching him, every now and then he'll say something that almost clicks with you, and you're like, "Yeah, wait a minute, that's crazy, Charlie Sheen."
But when you say it, it's more of like, I think we're all paying attention. Like, man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, well,
God, I wish I could get away with
like,
that.
There's other stuff that's just like crazy. I mean, like his plan was to create a house full of porn stars for him to just enjoy, pretty much. That was one of his plans.
Why not?
Yeah.
You're just jealous.
Well, why would you?
Sorry you got married.
Yeah, well, I'm not, if you're watching.
If you're watching and a porn star, I'm not married. All right, no, I totally am there with you. Charlie Sheen, it's unfortunate because you think it's probably going to end up in a bad way. But you almost hope that if he could just...
No, he's going to ride it out.
No, you have these kind of peaks, and it goes the other direction, too.
I think it's got it, right?
I think he's going to, then he's going to crash a little bit, and hopefully he, look at Robert Downey Jr., for instance.
Right.
Okay,
I think that's
fair.
different, though. He didn't think that he had...
You don't know that. He just
Adonis DNA. He didn't think he was a warlock.
He just didn't want the publicity.
Right.
He could have been in some, crack house or with some prostitute. I'm a warlock, baby!
Now...
It's possible.
Charlie Sheen's just like, hey, everyone, guess what?
Johnny, you found a page over there of these epic five pages worth of Charlie Sheen quote shirts.
Yeah, the AV Club had a link to it. It's pretty awesome. It's 5 pages worth of Sheen quote T-shirts, and I mean the best part about this business is there's new quotes every day. Like he's an F-18, he's on a drug called Charlie Sheen. You can't go on it or you die. It's not available. I don't.
It's
pretty much
stuff.
your children weep over your exploded body is what it's
it's a little gruesome, but it does make a good shirt.
Yeah,
it's funny watching Charlie Sheen going into rehab in January-ish, coming out. You kind of see it coming, and going back and looking at some of the previous celebrity rehabs in recent memory. One that jumped out to us is you gotta remember Tom Cruise's meltdown when he jumped on Oprah's couch. And you just watch the whole Tom Cruise situation when he started getting together with Katie Holmes and all this stuff. Like, it just started spiraling out of control.
So far, these meltdowns are just people being really happy.
Now, see, I have a theory though. Is him?
Oh, wait a minute.
Is him? His just like he's gay and overcompensating?
I think so.
Okay,
I don't know. Watch it.
Consensus.
I mean,
I don't think so. I think he's just performing. I think he's got somebody and he's performing.
But do you think?
Look at that. This is crazy.
Gay?
No, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about him. I don't know. Maybe he's gay.
You think the cameras came on and he just went into Tom Cruise, the public man mode?
I don't know. I think he's just being a little too open. Maybe this is. I think he had a publicist that quit, as did Charlie Sheen's.
Why?
Around this
It'd
time.
be so easy to be like, that's what he said. He's a warlock. Sorry.
Because you want to get
Deal with
you want to
it.
get future work in that business, and you kind of get you kind of get brand with that one. Tom Cruise, that one's kind of faded away, but he never really made it back from that.
No, he's still kind of. I mean, he was like a super A-list celebrity, and he's done some stuff that like kind of comeback stuff from then. He's
got a new Medal of Honor. He's got a new
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible in the works, so that's cool.
No,
Yeah,
it's
he had the
not.
cameo
After the
in,
last like the first one was cool. I
Yeah.
dug the first one
Yeah, the second one sucked.
when I watched it.
The third one was okay.
Oh, the third one was horrible.
I like the
Chris.
third one.
What was wrong with the third one?
With the motorcycles and
No, that was the
That
second one.
Okay.
Bad, right?
second
Way
one.
bad.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I'm on board
Hoffman
with
was a bad
you.
Okay, which one was the one with the guy like Payne, or was that a different movie?
That's Bond.
Okay, that
Yeah.
was a crappy Bond.
Yeah,
I just
that was- okay.
they're so
You're all
bad. They're
confused.
so bad. They just blend together.
That's
No,
all
Mission
right.
Impossible 3 was good. Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, this isn't about that, but no,
Okay,
it
yeah,
was a
it's
decent
It was
sorry.
a good one. It was a good one. Now, you guys think you remember Britney Spears' meltdown when she shaved her head?
What?
Awesome.
You do remember that?
Yes.
How can you forget?
Did she? Has she recovered from that?
No, but I think it was not just the hair.
I don't
shave.
know. She still
There
has
was-
album sales and stuff.
There was
but-
a whole big like the getting out of the car shot.
Yeah, well, did she like
Oh,
hit
a
someone with
couple
an
of
umbrella or
those.
something like that?
The,
Like,
the
did she, like-
driving with her baby on the
Yeah.
lap,
Yeah.
which I thought was hilarious because I get that when we were growing up, our parents did that,
Yeah.
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 so I get it. But you gotta realize who you are, and that people are always taking your picture.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
See, the thing is, though,
You know,
here's
you
what
can't
it
do
really
that. You
boils
can't
down
get away
to.
with it.
I think for all these celebrities is that they're celebrities. They have money. They have people around them telling them how great they are. And
Yeah.
they just really buy into it.
an echo chamber.
Yeah. And then they just kind of explode. Like when they get upset, they just melt down and just totally fine. And then they have to deal with the blowback, of course. And they go, whoa, where's this coming from? But
Yeah, I guess it feels a little different now because I've watched Charlie Sheen now on Ustream. Like,
yeah.
they just went to his house and Charlie Sheen's like, "Come on in, let's talk about this." And Ustreamed it, and then like he's on Twitter constantly, and it's like,
Yeah.
the meltdown is so much more in our faces now. I mean, I'm watching
He
Charlie
wants
Sheen
it-
on Ustream.
It's
He's like calling into
awesome.
radio shows. He's asking people to come over. He's like, okay, this interview went great. Come back over.
I watched a thing where he took a live drug test
yeah.
They
Yeah,
actually
and he
test-
passes
yeah.
because he cured
Really?
it with his mind.
with his mind, and that's why he got fired from his
Really?
show because they couldn't believe
what
it.
kind of test?
Yeah, P-test.
P-test.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like
He's done like a few.
they have
What
like
was
a
the test for?
drugs.
Or drugs, cocaine.
They have like an electronic
pot,
cap they
alcohol,
put on it.
Yeah.
He takes a piss in a cup and they put this electronic cap in it and it measures it right then
Now
and there.
is someone watching him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
it right there.
Yeah.
5 times. He's done 5 different tests since yesterday when I watched the thing.
Yeah.
on
He
Ustream.
keeps throwing it.
So if he's not on drugs, what the hell?
No,
or is he
he-
on some crazy new Charlie
No,
Sheen?
he's got
drug?
cougars
He's
blood in him.
on Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, he is.
He is by winning.
Yeah.
He's,
I think he created
yeah.
a new drug.
By winning was one of his
Yeah,
quotes.
yeah.
I'm by winning. I
What
went
about
over here and then I
alcohol?
went
I'm
over
bipolar.
here.
I'm
What
by
about
winning.
alcohol?
What?
What about alcohol?
No, he's not doing that either. He's not doing anything.
He's
Oh,
probably,
bullshit.
dude. He's probably staying super clean right now.
No,
just
he's.
to,
I mean, lots of people are saying, it, but it's total manic. Like you're in full blown manic, you're crazier than schizophrenic generally, and it goes the other way too. But you can think you're Jesus. You can think
he was
you're total.
he was talking about
delusional.
he was talking about how
Thank you, college psych courses.
he went
I
on
knew I
set.
should have paid attention.
And he's like, I'm on set and I'm hitting every line. And he's like, I never went on set drunk. I never went on set high. But sometimes I was a little sleepy, and so I'd ask them to move my mark so I could prop myself up against furniture so I wouldn't fall over.
Oh, did he say that?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that heroin?
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's rough. But he is now supposedly clean, and it's funny to see him just go at it.
Yeah.
It's funny to see him use these new media things. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Facebook page for him too. And he's,
of course
Yeah, I'm
there
sure
is.
there
he's just all over this stuff. And he's
Why
just
not?
I mean,
he's so popular right now. It's all even we're talking about him. Were we talking about Charlie Sheen a week
we
ago?
don't ever
I
talk about
was.
celebrities. Well, the reason
We did. We talked about the chase.
We did.
We totally talked about the chase.
well, to be honest,
He heard us. Was like, you know what? I like hearing my name.
this whole story didn't even get my attention until I was on Ustream randomly and was like, that is Charlie Sheen. And then I was like, he has 1.4 million followers. This is starting to register a few things that interest me. And then
Yeah.
I just started getting into it.
See, I'm at work and I watch headline news all the time, and he's just been
He's all over it.
plastered
Yeah, no,
all
it's
over it.
Something new each day. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's totally enabling, but it's just
sucks
so
that
entertaining.
It's always muted, so I haven't seen all the quotes and everything. And that's beautiful.
Well, I mean, if somebody's going to have some sort of fall apart, burnout, I mean, there's worse ways you could do it. If he is actually sober, so he's not ruining his body anymore, supposedly with drugs. I'm sure that'll change.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with porn star and a model. He's got an S ton of money. He's got mansions and cars. There's worse ways you could be having a burnout.
And
so,
I
think he's thrilled about it.
So happy.
Yeah, and that's great, but he is like, it does go the other way eventually. It just it never stays that kind of manic forever. It's too bad because he's loving it, but
I'd love to.
And he's kind of becoming a joke is the problem. So like once he gets over this, it's gonna be like, ew.
I know.
Lord. Yeah,
you can always bounce back. I don't care
now,
because then all of a sudden you're like. Take a really good serious role and it's like, oh, he's back.
Well, let's talk about that.
Well, people
he's so courageous.
Yeah, here we go.
Can you always bounce back? Like,
I don't think you always can, but I think that it comes to a point where people start rooting for you, and I think that's what happened to Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah,
we're listening to Christian Bale right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And Christian Bale's having his freak out that he had on set of Terminator.
I don't think it's hurt him at all.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think it hurt him too much.
I think people take him a little bit less as a serious actor. Well, that and because Terminator sucked.
I don't think it was as public. It might have hurt him as far as like within the business.
Yeah.
I'm sure now people are like, ooh,
yeah,
I don't want that dude yelling at me.
People on the set, which I'll be honest, I've never watched more than 10 minutes of what's the show called?
2.5 Men?
2.5 Men. Mm-hmm. But people on set said that he was impossible to work with. Which, come on, dude, do you hear this guy? He sounds impossible to work with. He sounds awesome though, Charlie. If you're watching, come on, we'd love to Skype you up, buddy.
Oh, we'll talk to you all day.
Yeah.
You're doing interviews, I hear.
And we'll talk about the chase.
Yeah.
Which, come on, when's the last time you talked about that?
Fan skis. I want to just take a quick moment to say if you are a Star Trek online player, you should check out Stoked Live, 11 a.m. Pacific on Saturday. It's the finale of the episode arc they've been doing. So we're going to do a big live event for the finale, and we'd love to have you tune in Saturday at 11 a.m. That would be March 5th. See how I did that with the calendar and all?
Dude, you were so quick on the draw.
I know, it's like the clickety-click.
Nice.
I know, right?
It's like there. Some kind of widget.
In your face.
Yeah. All right, everyone.
That's
We'd
how
love
Chris
to
do.
hear your feedback on.
You should also mention the 100th episode. Come on.
Oh, geez,
Come
you're
on.
right.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we're doing for sure yet, but we're going to try to get the regulars together and have a special 100. You going to be able to make it on Tuesday? Just think about it. All right, we're going to have a special. Oh, yeah, we already talked about that. A 100th episode on Tuesday.
The big 100.
Fantascular.
It's kind of a big deal. I mean, like the Linux Action Show right now is just hitting like 150. And the Linux Action Show has been going for almost 5 years. And we're hitting our 100th episode right now. Because,
oh my goodness.
Because of the daily.
And it hasn't even been a year.
Doesn't
pretty
take
cool.
as long.
It's pretty cool.
Almost a year, I guess.
It's pretty neat.
It's like a soap opera. The quality's not there, but the episode count.
and you keep getting drawn in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you got nothing better to do, right?
There's no content, but it's fun to watch the stories.
And I mean it too. I'd love to make this my full-time job so we can do 100 more episodes. I don't want to put my hand out too much, but I'm kind of in a bind and I want to keep things going here at the network. So if you do have time and maybe a little spare income you could share, even if it's not that much monthly or whatever you can do, head over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/donation.
And
he
tell your
puts so much time.
friends.
He puts so much time into this. He doesn't really talk about it too much, but like he does. I mean, between all the shows, it's a lot of work. All the editing and stuff. It's crazy. He's up late. Late.
Yeah. I'll be up
guys.
late tonight getting this out because we get it out every single night over at jupiterbroadcasting.com, and you can watch it live over jblive.tv at 8 p.m. Pacific, Tuesday through Thursday. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for hanging out on tonight's episode of Jupiter at Night, and we'll see you right back here Tuesday night.